What's going on, Ravens fans? Sunday Night Football was supposed to be a chance for Baltimore to make a statement in Kansas City. Instead, it turned into a complete nightmare. John Harbaugh watched his team fall apart, key players drop like flies. And worst of all, Lamar Jackson limp off the field with a hamstring injury. And now, Harbaugh's post-game update on his superstar QB is raising even more questions. Plus, he didn't hold back when calling out his own locker room for the kind of mistakes that are killing this team from the inside. It started bad and ended worse. The Ravens rolled into Arrowhead already down 4 starters. By the time the final whistle blew, the injury list had doubled. And to make matters worse, their decade-long streak of starting 2-2 or better, gone. But the moment that truly flipped Baltimore's season upside down happened in the third quarter. On 3rd and 3 from the Chiefs' 12, Lamar Jackson took the snap, but before he could even hand it off, George Karlaftis blew through the line and sacked him hard. It was Lamar's 3rd sack of the night, and the one that changed everything. Moments later, Lamar was seen limping off the field and never returned. After the game, reporters pressed John Harbaugh for answers. While he didn't give away much, what he did say was both a relief and a concern. "There's nothing that looks like it's going to be season-ending by any stretch for anybody," Harbaugh said. "But we'll have to look at those injuries tomorrow and see where we're at going forward. So, the good news, it doesn't appear to be a season-ending hamstring tear." The bad news, ESPN's Jeff Darlington noted that Lamar's limp looked serious enough that this might not just be precautionary. If Lamar does miss time, it would be his first absence since 2022, when a knee injury sidelined him for the final 5 games, and Baltimore went 2-3 without him, and that's why this is such a big deal. This Ravens team needs Lamar. They're already giving up 32 points per game, the worst defense in the league. Lamar was basically duct tape holding everything together, putting up nearly 30 points a night by himself. Before exiting Sunday's game, Lamar had already racked up 722 passing yards, 9 TDs, and 0 picks this season, plus 147 yards and a rushing TD against the Chiefs. That's MVP caliber stuff. With Lamar out, backup Cooper Rush stepped in. And here's the thing, he wasn't bad. Rush completed 9 of 13 passes for 40 yards and looked poised. The former Cowboy has a 9-5 record as a starter and says he's feeling more confident in Baltimore every day. But let's be real, no one can replace Lamar Jackson. If he misses time, this offense is going to look very, very different. And it's not just Lamar. The Ravens are dealing with a full-on injury avalanche right now. Check out this list by the end of Sunday night. Roquan Smith, hamstring. Marlon Humphrey, calf. Nate Wiggins, elbow. Ronnie Stanley, ankle. Nnamdi Madubuike, neck. Broderick Washington, ankle. Kyle Van Noy, hamstring. Travis Jones, knee. That's 9 players hurt, and a team that's now 1-3 for the first time since 2015. And you remember what happened that year? No playoffs. But Harbaugh's frustration wasn't just about injuries, it was about discipline. Speaking to the media, he called out the team for one of their most embarrassing problems: delay of game penalties. That's really out of character for us. That's surprising, but we've got to deal with it. And he's not wrong. The Ravens absolutely shot themselves in the foot. In one brutal second-quarter drive, they picked up 2 delay-of-game penalties back-to-back. By halftime, they had 6 total penalties for 56 yards, including 3 pre-snap mistakes on a single series. And here's the kicker. This isn't new. Pre-snap screw-ups have haunted Baltimore for years. They spent training camp trying to fix it, tweaking cadences, drilling reps. And yet here we are again, same old Ravens still beating themselves before the ball is even snapped. So here's where we stand. Lamar Jackson's hamstring injury doesn't look season-ending, but it could sideline him, and if that happens, Baltimore's season is suddenly hanging by a thread. Combine that with a defense giving up 32 points a game, 9 players on the injury list, and sloppy mistakes everywhere. And yeah, John Harbaugh's got a lot to fix. The Ravens have 13 games left to turn this around, but if they don't, 2025 could start looking a lot like 2015. And nobody in Baltimore wants that. All right, Ravens fans, your turn. How worried are you about Lamar's injury? Can Cooper Rush hold down the fort if he has to start, or is this season in trouble already? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more updates as soon as we know more about Lamar's status.